Lord Nityananda, and he told him that you should get married. But Lord Nityananda is an avadut. When you practice as an avadut, they have nothing to do with women. They don't even want to associate with women. And here it is that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving him instruction that you go and marry. And when you marry, I will come again as your son, and I'll be called Viram. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu departed for the spiritual world. And Lord Nityananda, he went and approached this Brahmin, and he told him, he said that I want to marry your daughter. The Brahmin was struck. I am in such a low position, and the Supreme Lord himself is petitioning me to marry my daughter. So he remained very quiet. He couldn't answer. So Lord Nityananda could sense his position, and he left and went home. And that night the Brahmin went to sleep, and in his dream Lord Balaram came driving this huge chariot, come into his front yard. And Lord Balaram watched him like that, and he said to him, he said, tomorrow I am coming to marry your daughter. And then he rode off in his chariot. The Brahmin, when he came awake, that he felt great fear. His body was sweating and he was trembling like a leaf. So even though it was in the middle of the night, that he wake up all his family members, and he gathered his gifts and everything that he could get, and he take it in the middle of the night, and they went to the home of Lord Nityananda. And he petitioned Lord Nityananda, please marry my daughter. Her name is Janavi. And so Lord Nityananda accepted, and there was huge celebration. In them times, marriage celebration would go on for weeks. So much different types of ceremony that they would perform. And eventually they were married. So Lord Nityananda, he's sitting there, and Janava Devi, or Janavi, she is serving him. And her little sister, she is also serving. So she's coming like that, both hands filled with plates, filled with prasadam, and she's coming to serve Lord Nityananda. But her orni fell off her head. And Lord Nityananda, he's watching her. And when her orni fell off her head, she manifested 2 more hands, and she took the orni and covered her head. So when Lord Nityananda saw that, he held her by her hand, and he brought her to sit next to him. Called his father-in-law. And when his father-in-law came, he said, I will take this girl here as my dowry. And so the father was so jubilant, because he knew who Lord Nityananda was. And he was so happy that he agreed. And when Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would appear again as Viram, he came through this girl, not through Janava Devi, through this girl who was serving him and had manifested these 2 hands. And so these are the wonderful pastimes of Shri Lord Nityananda. I'm going to stop here for now, and if you have any questions,